we set up a rehearsal studio, and we rehearsed for a week or so. And then when you work with somebody like Patty, she's so, like you say, she's so good. She's so accomplished. She's so brilliant. She'll really, once she feels secure with her lines, she'll go absolutely anywhere.
Well, as a director, do you try to direct her, or do you just say, I trust her?
Oh, no, I direct her without question. But there's not a lot. You don't have to direct her a lot.
Well, but you've been working with some pretty great actresses recently. Patricia Clarkson here in Julie and Julia. It's Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
It must be exciting working with people on that caliber.
It's so exciting, and they're both good friends of mine, and they're, first of all, they're lovely people, and they are truly extraordinary. Sometimes it's hard to act with them because you just want to watch them.
You were here some years ago when you were in Frankie and Johnny and the Clair de Lune with Edie Falco, who is another amazing actor.
Great actress.
The same feeling? You just want to watch them go?
Yeah. It was absolutely the same feeling. There were nights on stage where you just wanted to watch that person.
Now, is it good to work with somebody again? Because you've done a number of things with Meryl Streep. You talked about having Tony Shalhoub in this film. He's somebody you've worked with in the past as well. What are the advantages and disadvantages of working with people that you know well?
I haven't found any disadvantages yet. The advantages are many, particularly the sense of trust that you have with each other, and that you have this shorthand, like you have with your very good friends, or with your lover, or with your kids. What they're going to. You can anticipate their moves or what they're thinking, and there isn't a lot that has to be done. You cut out a lot of sort of fat.
You can lean on the other person.
You can lean on the other person. You can say, "Hey, just do something," and you can barely explain what you want to get across, and they'll do it.
Now, there is a third actor in this film. His name is it Thijs Romer? Thijs Romer, who Patricia Clarkson calls the Brad Pitt of the Netherlands.
The Brad Pitt of the Netherlands, yes. He's a big star in the Netherlands, and he's a wonderful, wonderful actor. I needed someone to play this one role. Like I say, it's basically a two-hander, but there was this one role of a waiter with whom she has a flirtation, and he speaks English perfectly, and he was wonderful.
Well, how would you describe this film, Stanley? Stanley Tucci is my guest. He has directed and stars in Blind Date, which is opening tomorrow at the Cinema Village. You play a magician who is not very good, or at least plays at not being very good.
Right.
And you're also trying to charm your estranged wife.
Right.
And you get the feeling that the magic isn't working on the stage when you're doing it, and the magic isn't working when you're trying to woo her back.
Right. They pretend to be these different characters, and they're not fully realized characters that they play for each of their blind dates. They're just suggestions of character, or they'll change their status. One might come in as very high status, and the other will play low status in one
But
scene.
they play they always act as though they're strangers.
They always act as though they're strangers, and this is it's an exercise in order to help them get over a terrible loss in their lives. It's a very odd way to do it. It's not probably the healthiest way to do it, but it's the only way they know how.
Would you call this film a tragedy, a comedy?
I would call it a very dark, tragic comedy. Mm-hmm.